Hello, how to solve this exponential problem? This is negative 9 to the power of x minus 1 equals negative 18. We are solving for the value of x that satisfies this equation. So let's start by using this identity. If you have a to the power of n plus m, this equals a power m times a power m. That means a to the power of n minus m will be a power n times a power negative m. And remember, a power negative 1 is the same thing as 1 over a. So a power negative m will be 1 over a power m. So let's do that here. That means you will simply have negative 9. Remember, this negative 9 is in bracket raised to the power of x times negative 9 raised to the power of negative 1. Applying this, then this equals negative 18. And also, a to the power of negative 1 is the same as 1 over a. That means negative 9 to the power of negative 1 is the same as 1 over negative 9. So we have negative 9 to the power of x times, this is 1 divided by negative 9. Now, this equals negative 18. So, what we are going to do will be to multiply each part of this equation by negative 9 in order to cancel out. So what we are going to do will be we have negative 9 to the power of x times 1 divided by negative 9. And this, we multiply it by negative 9 equals negative 18. Then we multiply it by negative 9 as well. So if you multiply this, we'll cancel this. So what we are going to have left is negative 9 to the power of x equals negative 18 times negative 9. So let's do that. Negative times negative is positive. So we have negative 9 to the power of x equals, this will be 18 times 9. And 18 times 9, let's do that. 18 times 9. So 9 times 8 is 72. We have 2 carry over 7. 9 times 1, 9. 9 plus 7, that will be 16. So we have 16 here. That is 162. So that means we are simply going to have negative 9 power x equals 162. So to solve for x, we can simply apply natural log. I have natural log of negative 9 to the power of x equals natural log 162. And remember, if you have natural log a power b, this equals b times natural log a. So the x count behind this, we have x times natural log negative 9 equals natural log 162. Now this is negative 9. I can easily replace it with negative 1 times 9. So I have x natural log of negative 1 times 9 equals natural log 162. And don't forget, if you have natural log a times b, this equals natural log a plus natural log b. So this is my a, this is my b. That means I'm simply going to have the x here times natural log of a, which is negative 1, plus natural log of b, which is 9. And this equals natural log 162. Now here is natural log of negative 1. Remember, if you have e to the power of I times pi plus 1, this equals 0, meaning e to the power of I times pi equals negative 1. So that means we are simply going to have x times natural log of, it's already negative 1 here. I have e power I times pi plus natural log of 9, and this equals natural log 162. And also remember, if you have natural log a power p equals p times natural log a, so this means x times this I pi comes behind this. We have I pi natural log e plus natural log 9 equals natural log 162. So from here we have x times I times pi. This cancel this, then we have plus natural log 9 equals natural log 162. So isolating x, I divide this by I times pi plus natural log 9 divided by I times pi plus natural log 9. So what happens here is that this cancel this. I can easily say that my x equals natural log 162 divided by, we have I times pi plus natural log 9. Now we can decide to leave it this way, or you can simplify it further. Remember, I can express this natural log 9 as natural log 3 power 2, which is 2 times natural log of 3. So let's express it further. Now I can have x equals natural log 162 is simply 27 times 6 divided by I times pi plus natural log of 9 is simply 3 to the power of 2. And don't forget that natural log a times b equals natural log a plus natural log b. So this means that x equals natural log 27 plus natural log 6 divided by I times pi plus natural log 3 power 2. And from here, remember 27 equals 3 to the power of 3. That's 3 times 3 times 3. So we can easily have that x equals natural log 3 to the power of 3 plus natural log 6 divided by I times pi plus natural log 3 to the power of 2. Now remember, if you have natural log a power p is the same thing as p times natural log of a. So from here we have x equals 3 natural log of 3 plus natural log of 6 divided by I times pi plus 2 times natural log of 3. So you can leave it this way. Now this natural log of 6, if you want, you can express it as natural log of 3 times 2, which is the same thing as natural log of 3 plus natural log of 2. So let's do that if you want, but you can as well leave it this way, or you can simply express this simplified further to natural log of 3 times 2, which is natural log of 3 plus natural log of 2. So we can stop it this way. Now, let's do this using another method. So we have negative 9 power x minus 1 equals negative 18. And right here, what we can do will be to apply the same identity. A power n plus n equals a power n times a power n. Meaning that we have negative 9 to the power of x times negative 9 to the power of negative 1. And this equals negative 18. And just like what we did earlier on, a to the power of negative 1 is 1 over a. So this is negative 9 to the power of x times 1 divided by negative 9 equals negative 18. So we multiply each part of this equation by negative 9, negative 9, so that we cancel out this cancel this. So we have negative 9 power x equals This gives us, this is 162, right? Good. Now, and don't forget that this is actually in brackets, just like what we have here. Have you seen that? So what we are going to do will be to apply natural log. I have natural log of negative 9 power x equals natural log 162. Then here is negative 9. I can have natural log of negative 1 times 9 raised to the power of x equals natural log of 162. And if you remember, square root of negative 1 equals I. Then if you take the squares, this cancels this, I have negative 1 equals I power 2. Meaning that I can have natural log of I power 2 times 9 raised to the power of x equals natural log 162. So right now, I can apply some logarithm properties. If you have natural log a power p, this equals p times natural log a. So that means we have x times natural log I power 2 times 9. Have you seen that? And this equals natural log 162. So remember also, if you have natural log a times b, this equals natural log a plus natural log b. So this will simply give us x times natural log I over 2 plus natural log 9. Remember, this is a times b. This is my a, this is my b. Isn't that? And equals natural log 162. So from here, we can have x times this. The 2 will come behind the natural log. Remember, natural log a power p is p times natural log a. So this is 2 times natural log I plus this is natural log 3 power 2 equals natural log 162 is simply natural log 27 times 6. Have you seen that? So from here, we have x times 2 times natural log I plus this will be 2 times natural log 3 equals this. We apply the property again. If you have natural log a times natural log b, it will be natural log a plus natural log b. So we have natural log 27 plus natural log 6. We divide by x in order to isolate that. We divide by 2 times natural log I plus 2 times natural log 3 so that we isolate x, and we divide this by 2 times natural log I plus 2 times natural log 3. Have you seen that? So this eliminates this. Then we have x equals natural log 27 plus natural log 6 divided by 2 times natural log I plus 2 times natural log 3. Now from here, natural log 27 is natural log 3 power 3. 3 power 3 is 27. We have x equals natural log 3, 3 power 3 plus natural log 6 divided by 2 times natural log I plus 2 times natural log of 3. 3 comes behind this, right? So we have x equals 3 times natural log 3 plus natural log 6 divided by 2 times natural log I plus 2 times natural log 3. This is our answer based on this identity that we have used. Look at this answer here. Here we had 3 times natural log of 3 plus natural log of 6 divided by I pi plus 2 times natural log of 3. While in this other part, we have 3 times natural log of 3 plus natural log of 6 divided by 2 times natural log of I plus 2 natural log of 3. The only difference here is here we have 2 times natural log of I, while in other part we had I times pi. And in real sense, 2 times natural log of I and I times pi, they are the same thing. So this answer is also very correct. So the two variations give us the correct answer, irrespective of the one that you use. So guys, this is an interesting exponential problem that I believe you have enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and share. Thank you and goodbye.